The Airbus is an amazing aircraft, practically flies itself. But what happens when things go wrong? Well, let's find out how to handle it. Alright guys, welcome on board. And yeah, as I said in the intro, the Airbus is an amazing aircraft to fly, absolutely amazing. And but when things go wrong, they tend to go really badly wrong. Like one system provides a Christmas tree light effect, like a daisy chain effect to another system, and then just things basically just start going wrong in random. So today we're going to be looking into 3 specific failures that we want to identify and basically show you what to do when these things happen. All right, and this was requested by one of my former students, actually, who I helped with the type rating, and who's also right now flying in India for an airline. So Arti, if you're watching, thank you so much for the suggestion, and this one's for you and also for the rest of you subscribers. This is going to be an interesting one. And I'm currently in Sri Lanka at Bandaranaike International Airport in just outside Colombo in Sri Lanka. And you know, it would be wrong to fly out of Sri Lanka without a Sri Lankan friend. And guys, we've got Nafraz back in the cockpit by popular demand. So I figured, you know what, Sri Lanka's a beautiful island, the weather's pretty nice this time of the year over there, so let's do a flight in Sri Lanka. So today guys, Nafraz and I, we're going to be doing 3 failures, though the demonstration of what to do when 3 failures happen. The first is going to be an FCU fault. Now the FCU is this guy over here, the flight control unit, aka the autopilot. All right, when this fails, what do? And how do you handle the aircraft? All right, that's what we're going to do. The next one will be the IR 1+2 failure. Now the IRSs, as you know, they're over here. Now they govern a lot of systems in the aircraft. They help us with navigation, with attitude information, speed information, a lot of things. They're tied into the fly-by-wire computer system and all of that. So when IR 1 and 2 fail, what's going to happen and what's left for us to use as control of the aircraft, and you know, what can we use to bring ourselves safely back to an airport. And the last one will be a hydraulic failure. Specifically today, we're going to be losing the major hydraulic pumps. Now Nafraz, if you would bring up the hydraulic page for me on the lower ECAM, please.
Sure, Captain. There you go.
Alright, so thanks Nafraz. So, and on the hydraulic panel, if you'd switch on the electrical hydraulic pump, please. It's on the far right near the yellow hydraulic pump. You'll see elec pump. There you go. So Nafraz has now pressurized the electrical hydraulic pump, which is going to pressurize the electrical system and then pressurize yellow, and then via the PTU pressurize green. So the hydraulic system, which I've explained before in a previous video, you've got 2 main systems, and then you have an electrical backup system. Green is operated by engine number 1, yellow is powered by engine number 2 and also by the electrical pump, and then you have the blue system, which is pure electric. All right, so we do have a triple redundancy in the system now, but however the blue system doesn't really work as well as the other 2, so to speak. So what's going to happen if we lose the 2 main hydraulic systems? What's going to happen? What do we do? How do we fly the aircraft? Can we still deploy flaps? Can we still use reversers? Can we get the landing gear down? You know, is the lunch going to be tasty? You know, there's so many questions that you have to ask yourself especially when the hydraulics fail, because the hydraulics are what operate all the control surfaces and moving surfaces of the aircraft. So this is what's going to come up in just the next few minutes. I'm going to explain to you these faults and how to handle them. We're going to be doing a flight today from Colombo in Sri Lanka to the Maldives, a little island archipelago just outside of Sri Lanka in the Indian Ocean. Yeah, so we're just going to set up. We're going to get onto the runway, start the engines, get on the runway, and then we'll get going. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and for those of you who are not subscribed, please consider subscribing, and for those who are subscribed, thank you. Really appreciate you guys being part of the channel. And yeah, so let's get things underway, and let's get this aircraft up in the air. See you soon. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we've started our engines, we set up the cockpit, did the after start checklist, the taxi checklist and everything, and now our first officer Nafraz is taxiing us over to runway 22, which is just going to be a right hand turn over here onto taxiway Bravo, I believe, and then onto the runway, and away we go. So in today's scenario, Nafraz is scheduled to be the pilot flying, but as soon as the incidents happen or the failures happen, then we're going to be then basically I'm going to take over as pilot flying, and then basically we take it from there. All right, so that's the scenario we're going to be playing today. The weather is really good. QNH of 1009 today. Winds are coming out of the west, 2706 knots. Got a few clouds at 4,500 feet and a few what's it called, some broken clouds at 1600 and a few towering cumulonimbus clouds as well, which is pretty normal for Sri Lanka at this time of the year. In fact, you can see the CBs up in the distance. But yeah, overall it's a beautiful day for flying, and yeah, so we'll get back to you really shortly when we're just about to do our takeoff. Alright, here we are approaching runway 22. So we're clear to line up, Nafraz, and the lineup checklist is completed. So I'm going to get the lights for you, and you may line us up runway 22. Let's go off onto the cool. It's the Laylam 1 Delta departure. Okay. Sweet. Alright, you got the piano keys up ahead. Let's take her in. Clear on the left, clear on the right as well. Nothing on. TCAS 1 aircraft just took off. I think it's a Jetstar aircraft just took off. Off to Singapore. Alright. Runway is clear. Nothing coming out of the Air Force. Oh, by the way, guys, an interesting fact about Sri Lanka. The international airport passenger terminal is over there. The Air Force is over there. So they actually share with the one runway. So when the fighter jets have to take off, they actually taxi, cross the runway onto the taxiway, and then line up and take off and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty cool. All right, Nafraz, your controls. Whenever you're ready.
Ready, Captain?
I'm ready, sir. First set 50%. Yep, that's stabilized. One more click. All the way in. Yeah, you gotta push it hard. That's it. FMA.
967 SRS runway for the thrust.
Checked. And takeoff thrust set. And my hands come onto the thrust levers now. There we go. Under knots.
Check.
V1 and rotate. Positive rate of climb.
Gear up.
Gear up, sir.
No.
Checked. Alright, on the radio, Waypoints Aviation is airborne and climbing to 5,000 on the Laylam 1 Delta departure. Okay, here we go into the clouds. Alright, whenever you're ready, you can get the autopilot on. It's totally up to you. Hand fly the aircraft till its cleanup time as you wish. Alrighty.
Lever climb.
Check.
Thrust climb.
Check. Thrust climb, auto thrust white. Beautiful. Okay, now we're accelerating to clean up the aircraft, and we're pretty much coming right over the Indian Ocean now. Sweet.
AP21.
Okay. Confirmed. AP2. All right. Now just waiting to clean up. Alright, there's S-speed.
Flaps 1.
Speed check,
Flaps
it's
zero.
flaps up. Disarm the spoilers and the 2 outer lights off, and we're clear to fly, climb up to 5,000. On our way to the Maldives. Yep, go for it. Yeah, why not? Trust climb, open climb, very nice. Indian Ocean. India right over there. South of India, Tamil Nadu, I would say. Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Alright, there's 5,000. Should get a buzzer soon. Alright, here we go.
Alt.
Checked. Okay, we've got a cautionary on the thing. Auto flight, FCU1 fault. Okay, barrel reference check.
Check.
So the barrel reference is 1008. We haven't crossed our transition yet. So it's showing 5,000 for now, 1009, 5,000 and 5,000 on your side as well. So that's okay. All right, so FCU1. So the controller, number 1 for the FCU, the autopilot, has failed. But FCU2 is still in control, so we're good. I'm gonna clear FCU fault.
Okay.
All right, gonna clear it. And status page. All right, before we go into status page, we don't have any computer resets. We don't have any OEBs on this. So yeah, I'll remove status, okay? In operative systems, FCU2. No worries, we got FCU1, sorry. FCU2 still available, so disregard. All right, and continue climb for 6,000, please.
Plus climb. Upper climb.
Gotcha. There we go, climbing up to 6,000. So the guys, as you can see, the redundancy is there. FCU1 failed, but the minute, but it was literally a no factor. We didn't even get a warning message, you know. It just showed us an advisory, and that was it. Actually, yeah, we're good. We're climbing away now. Transition altitude is going to be, I believe, transition here. Oh, hello. Now we. Okay, master warning. Okay, you have control and communication initially.
Controls.
All right.
Communication.
Okay. So let's see what's happened. We've lost auto flight, autopilot off, auto thrust is off. So we've lost the auto thrust. We've lost the autopilot. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring the power lever back. All right, bring it out of it and just maintain, stabilize the aircraft for about 250, and let's level off. Okay, so I'm just going to get on the radio. All right, so Colombo Airport, this is waypoints Aviation 320. We're leveling off at 6,000 due to a technical fault. Call you back. All right, so maintain 6,000 and just maintain 6,000 and maintain about 250 knots. Okay, so now just gonna go through. So autopilot is off, the auto thrust is off, FCU 1+2 fault. The barrel reference is set to standard only. All right, and on top of that, if you see, we've lost the FCU. I can't do anything on my screens. You see that? Nothing's happening. Range doesn't work. We've completely lost FCU, even on his side. I cannot dial anything here. I can't set the barrel. Nothing. All right. So what's going to happen here is that the barrel has now defaulted to standard, which is 1013. All right. And what we're going to have to do now is we're basically going to have to fly our way back towards Bandaranaike International Airport manually, so to speak. Because we're not going to have any reference. So So now we're literally going to be scanning our instruments and flying manually, and that's basically what it is. All right, so I'm going to clear all of this, and then it says here status PDF barrel reference standard only, which is not a good thing, but what to do. And inoperative systems are FCU 1+2, Autopilot 1+2 is failed, Auto Thrust, Cat 2, and the GPW's terrain warning. So even that's failed over there. All right, so Nafraz, what I'd like you to do now is I'd like you to turn us around. Let's go for a heading of 040. So I want you to find 040 on your screen, which is right over there, and I want you to put it here on the yellow, and we're going to descend and maintain. Let me come here very quickly, and let's get up. We're going to come back for an ILS to runway 22. Okay, so it's going to happen at about 1500 feet. So let's initially descend down to 2000 feet. Try not to exceed. Right now we're in flap 0. So try not to exceed 250 knots, and at the same time don't go below you see the green dot speed. Try not to go below the green dot speed as well. All right, so now we're basically going to make our way. I'm coming to the secondary flight plan, and I'm going to activate the secondary flight plan. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the direct to page, and the final approach fix is in Gale, and I'm going to sequence that flight plan and insert it. All right, so that at least now we will be able to get the ILS information. In fact, I can't get the ILS information will come automatically in there, but just in case it doesn't, we can always go manually on that using the radios. So now Nafraz is going to basically fly us on an initial heading of 040, heading back towards Colombo. Now checking our weight, we're 64,300 tons, so we're definitely light enough to land. You know, we don't have to do overweight landing. And just watch your airspeed, Nafraz. We are slightly exceeding our speed. There we go. So the plan was to actually for me to take over as pilot flying, but you know what? This guy's doing a really good job. Let's let him fly. Have fun. Just be careful of your speeds. All right. Go idle if you need to. Whatever you need to do. Now, coming back to flying school days. All right. Just pitch for speed if you need to. All right, so I'm going to clear the status page, and yeah, now we will be doing an auto brake low landing. If I come over to performance, I'll activate the approach phase, and what's going to happen here is we will be using the radio altimeter as a guidance for us, because we can't set the barrel. We can set this as well, but it should be okay. Generally speaking, we should be able to set it on that.
040 descending down to 2000.
Checked. All right, 040 looks good. All right, so guys, what we're going to do now is we're just going to make our way back towards the airport, and I'll get back to you in just a few seconds. Alright guys, we've made our way back towards the coastline of Sri Lanka. That is downtown Colombo on your right, and a whole lot of clouds in front of us. Okay, so now guys, remember, this failed, alright, and for some reason I'm not able to adjust the standby instrument as well to the current QNH. In real life I would be able to, but I am not able to do it over here, so no worries. Now the current QNH in Sri Lanka, the QNH is the atmospheric pressure setting, all right? Actually, now for us, let's take it down to about 200 knots, okay? And the QNH right now in Colombo is 1009, okay? Our altimeters are stuck on standard, which is 1013. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back to our meteorological studies, and 1013, okay, on our calculator, minus 1009 is 4 hectopascals. Now 1 hectopascal is equal to 30 feet. Multiply by 30, so that's a 120 foot difference, okay? So now for us, if you want to maintain 2000, you have to be flying at 2120. Okay, That way you will be exactly 2000 above.
Okay.
All right, so that's factoring. So guys, that's how you do a quick calculation to factor in your hectopascals and so on. The other problem we're facing is that the navigation is locked on 80 miles. So we so we are literally locked on a zoomed out map, so there's nothing we can do. So we'll keep it at 2200 now for us, and let's start slowing her down. I'm going to give you flaps 1 now, okay? So maintain 180 knots. Slow down and maintain 180 knots. So I can't zoom in on the map, but yeah, don't worry, we've got the ILS information coming in as well. So the ILS information is 110.3 India Kilo Echo. And on the map, 1103 India Kilo Echo. We're gonna start intercepting from 1,500 feet, which will be 1,620 feet. All right. Master caution, thrust lever, forward thrust, reverse set for some reason. Disregard. All right, no worries. Try to bring some power in, see if they're both responding. They are responding. Okay, no worries. Okay, so just maintain 180. Usually I would bug it using this knob here, but it's not working. So we're literally, Nafraz has to scan his instruments and make sure that the aircraft is nice and steady. Once we get down, okay, I'm gonna give you now flaps 2. All right, flaps 2, speed checked, and you will maintain 160 to 170 knots. All right, and very soon we'll be able to make a left-hand turn and basically get us out. So our descent should happen at final approach should happen at about 4.6, about 5 miles. All right, so here's what I can do to help us out. I'm gonna take a waypoint, any waypoint that I can find, go to fix info. I'm gonna put Victor Charlie Bravo India 22, which is the runway, and I'm gonna put the radius of 5. All right, and as you can see, there's a little blue circle there. That's a radius of 5. All right, and on the charts, if I bring up the taxi charts, it's going to be this one right over here. So the final runway track is 220 and the opposite is 040. So what I'll do is I'll put 040 here, and that's going to draw a nice blue line straight from the runway as well. All right, so Nafraz, you okay?
Yeah.
All right, he's doing a fantastic job. Okay, now we're going to maintain about 1,700 feet, and let's fix our airspeed. Okay, we're a bit too fast. We want to maintain about too slow. I'm sorry. We're going to maintain about 150 to 160. Sri Lanka is a beautiful country, though. Lots of coconut trees. All right, this is good. Now let's. I'm going to get the gear down for you now, and go for flaps 3. Get the lights on. Arm the spoilers and tell the cabin crew to be seated, which I've just done. Alright, Nafraz, whenever you're ready, you may start a left-hand turn, and you can use the localizer glide slope information as well. Now we are low, so fix your altitude, get us up to about 1600. Alright, not too steeply though, like 10 degrees of nose up should be fine until we get to 1600, and start a left-hand turn, give us about 65% on the N1 for the engines, so that will keep our speed healthy as well, maybe go higher. That's it, and start a left-hand turn back towards the airport. That's it, you can bring the power out now. 1600, nose down, yep. Bring the bird back onto the horizon. We're using the bird for reference now. So bring the bird back on the horizon and maintain about 160 until final approach. And keep us on a continuous 20-degree left bank. And bring the power back to, I don't know, about 60% or whatever. Just maintain 160 knots. Continuous turn, continuous turn. 20 degrees, give me 20 degrees of bank, or even 30 degrees of bank. There we go. And literally just leave it there, let the fly-by-wire help you out. Alright, add a little bit of power just to take away the trend, so that we're not losing speed. A little bit more, a little bit more. You see, as he adds the power, that's it, beautiful. So now the power is set, airspeed stable. We're starting the turn, And you can start to level out, I think, here just a bit. It's actually raining over there. How about that? All right, level out here, nice and straight. And we're just gonna bring the nose down a bit, and we want to come to the right a bit because there's the airport right there. You see it? All right, so we're gonna go right and then swing left and then come visually. Adjust for power. All right, you got the runway?
The runway inside.
Okay, let's just go for it and line her up. So you can see Nafraz has had to work really hard. He's managing our speed using manual thrust. He's managing the aircraft. The good thing is the Airbus is fly-by-wire, so we still have the fly-by-wire system, auto trimming and keeping him stable. But you know, he doesn't have any aids, nothing. He's doing a raw data ILS, so to speak, in. Fortunately for us, the weather is good and we can see the runway up ahead. So yeah, we'll be able to land soon. Now for landing, just maintain the VREV speed +5 for safety. Alright, that looks suspiciously like a runway. Let's bring her in. And while he's flying, I'm monitoring if in case there's a deviation on the altitude or the speed or whatever, just to help him out. There we go. Now it looks like 2 runways, but there's only 1 runway. The one on the left is the taxiway. Alright, let's bring the nose down, start descending. Nose down, keep her descending. There we go. Let's go for a visual descent. Alright, winds are 220 or around 13 knots. We're okay.
$1,000.
It's checked, which is good. We still have GPWS. Alright, very nicely done, Nafraz. Just line her up. Small corrections, small quick corrections. Beautiful. You're on localizer, you're on glide slope. Perfect. And visual as well. 2 reds, 2 whites. Pappies are happy. Alright. Nice. Bring her in.
300.
Checked.
$200.
Okay.
100 above.
Here we go. Right.
100.
100. Checked.
Minimum.
Minimums.
50, 40, 30, 20. Retard.
Okay, we're on the runway. Okay, spoilers, reverses green, decel. Awesome, good job Nafraz, brought us back onto the ground safely. Yep, there's 70 knots, idle reverse, and idle, and manual brake-in. And we'll bring the aircraft to a stop on the runway, it's fine. Alright, so yeah, we got Fly Dubai here today, and Sri Lankan Airlines 330 over there as well. So guys, that's how you handle an FCU. When this guy fails, you still got some information, you still have the MCDUs that you can use. And basically what we did was we just literally scanned our instruments, found our way, came back, landed. Nafraz had to work really hard, really well done, nicely. Nafraz had to work really hard because he had no auto thrust and no autopilot and no flight directors. So he had to constantly keep scanning his instruments, adjust, and as in all things, end of the day, he's a pilot. His job is to fly the plane when everything else fails, and that's exactly what he did. The landing speaks for itself, guys. So yeah, now we're off to the next failure. So we'll meet you up in the air again when we're preparing for the next failure. See you guys soon. Alright guys, so we had a fantastic bit of flying done by Nafraz. Got us back on the ground, we repaired the problem, and now we're back up again. We're on our way towards the Maldives. We're at 5,000 feet right now. We've been cleared to climb up to 10,000. So I'm flying today, so 11,000 blue, thrust climb, open climb in 11,000 blue, check. And yeah, so now we're going to look into a different kind of failure, which are the IRSs, and what would happen if they failed. All right, so yeah, that's all coming in just a few seconds. Alrighty, working the aircraft and just waiting for the intended failure to happen. Indian Ocean in our distance. Okay. All right, master caution, and just read it to me, please, for now.
Master caution, master warning, auto flight AB off.
Right.
Nav IR 1+2 fault.
Okay.
Altitude heading switching Captain 3.
Okay.
TCAS fault.
All right, so we've lost both IRs, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so Captain 3. So I have control.
You have control.
You have communication. So
communication.
what I'd like you to do is, all right. So you can see IR 1+, nav IR 1+2 fault. Okay, so attitude heading switch to Captain 3. So what you want to do is find the attitude heading switch, which is that one over there,
Yeah.
and put it to the left to Cap 3.
Cap 3.
There we go. So that's going to give me some information. All right. Now, would you continue to read after TCAS fault? What does it say?
TCAS fault flight control alternate lock.
Okay. That means we've lost the protection. As you can see, what used to be green flags over here, now because it's alternate law, they're amber, which means there's no bank protection. So I have to be extra careful about the bank. All right. Please proceed.
Yeah. Max speed 320 knots.
All right. Would you pull the speed, please, and let's set it to 240 knots. Because I also don't have auto thrust, but this time I can just work this and make sure it's set.
240 set.
All right, you may clear those messages by pushing the clear button.
Clear.
All right, keep going. Clear. All right. Okay.
Auto flight, auto thrust off.
Checked. All right. Fine.
Clear.
So, yes, clear that, please. All right. Now on the status page, we'll get to that in just a second. So now here's what we're going to do, what's called a briefing. So let's just quickly head back towards the airport. Can you give me left 040 on the heading, and also give me 2000 on the altitude and pull, please. So I'm turning back towards the airport. I am not continuing my journey with this. Yeah,
040 set.
Checked.
And setting 2000 to
And
100
pull. That's it. Open descent and 2000 blue. Perfect. Got it. So I still have the auto trim, but I don't have the protection. So the aircraft is still not too difficult. All right. So now we're going to be doing what's called FORDEC. All right. FORDEC. So F is the facts. The facts are we've lost both IRs, and we've probably tried computer resets and stuff. They're not going to work. All right. O is for options. Our options are to come back, and considering that Sri Lanka's got a very nice long runway, as well as we're not heavy for overweight landing, coming back to Colombo is a good option. You agree?
Agree.
All right, cool. So then after that, R, what are the risks? There are technically no risks. Weather is not a risk. It's a little bit cloudy and a few CBs around the area, but they're not too severe. So it's perfectly fine. We can definitely come back and land safely in that aircraft, in the aircraft's current condition. We're okay. So there's no risks. All right. D would be the decision. So my decision would be to go back to Colombo if you agree.
Agree.
All right, done. Okay. And then now we're going to execute it. So what I want to do is let me see if okay, so you've got control there. All right. And I don't think you're going to get the heading and the altitude there. So, all right. No, it's only for my side only. No worries. So just maintain our descent. All right. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to program in the flight plan to come back.
Right.
All right. So you have control, and you also have communication. Maintain 040 on our track.
Okay.
And yeah, so just follow the flight director as best you can.
Okay.
All right. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come here, go to flight plan, go there, and put Victor Charlie Bravo India, new destination, insert, and I'm going to choose an ILS Zulu for 22, no stars, insert. I'm going to go direct in-gale, radio of inbound from there. All right, so that should put it right over there as well. And let's turn to the left, heading north now. There you go. You got that, and you can bring the power back as well. Maintain, do not exceed speeds. The airport's right down there as well. So we're just going to go out, teardrop, come back in. So just maintain the flight rate as best you can. All right. Now I'm going to do RNAV. That's tuned in. Progress VCBI 22. Put that over there. Performance and QNH is 1009 today. The temperature today in Colombo is, what are we looking at here? 28. 28, and the winds as of right now are 2706 knots. And minimums for this approach are for category Charlie 240. All right, that is done. Excellent. All right, so everything is set up, and now we're going to come back to status. All right, so on the status page it says maximum speed should be 320 knots. We're definitely doing that. Below that, I mean. Approach procedure for landing, use flaps 3. So we come up here and we select landing flaps 3. All right, and then approach speed should be VREF plus 10. All right, so VREF, that's this one here, 139 plus 10, so it's going to be 149. Put that there, bugged as 149. All right, landing distance procedures apply. Alternate law protection lost. When landing gears down, direct law IR may be available in attitude. And the inoperative systems are flight control protection, IR 1+2, autopilot 1+2, auto thrust, Cat 2, TCAS, and the GPW's terrain system. Can I clear the status?
Clear.
All right, so that's what we've lost. All right, and that's why it's been a bit of a struggle, but that's okay. We can actually manage the speed now, and we're going to activate the approach phase. And Nafraz, I have control now.
You have control.
All right.
Communications.
Check. So we're just going to bring her down and vector ourselves back towards the airport. You can give me, can you give me right 040 now, please, on the heading?
Turning heading 040.
Yeah. You got to be very careful with your maneuvering, because the fly-by-wire system. And now we're in alternate law. So with alternate law, I have auto trim, I've got fly-by-wire. I just don't have the bank protection, which means I can flip the aircraft over if I wanted to. I don't want to, but yeah. And could you select auto brake low for us, please?
Sure. Okay, cool.
Lovely, thank you so much. And we're going down to our platform altitude, which is going to be 1,500, please. Final approach fix is 1,500. And yeah,
1,500 set.
checked. All right. But here's what's going to happen, guys. When you're in alternate law, you will stay in alternate law until the gear comes down. Now, once the landing gear comes down, then the aircraft goes into direct law, which means whatever I pull, the side stick and the control surfaces have a direct relation. There's no computers in the middle editing us and helping us out. So yeah, editing the controls and helping us. So we have to be super careful. Let's bring on the landing screens. And Nafraz, if I could have the approach checklist, please, whenever you're ready.
Ready for the approach checklist?
Yes, please.
Barrel reference.
Barrel reference is 1009, crossing 5,600 now.
1009, check.
All right.
Seatbelts,
Seatbelts, they are on.
check. Minimum,
Minimums 240 set on the barrel.
Auto brakes.
Auto brakes are low.
Engine mode selector.
Is normal.
Approach check complete.
Lovely, thank you so much, sir. So that's it, guys. We've done the checklist now. We're flying the aircraft. Everything looks good. Nafraz, if you could go into the direct to page on the MCDU, and you're looking for Ignil.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go direct to Ignil. That's the final approach fix.
Insert.
Yes. Okay, we got nav, and you can also arm the localizer glide slope for me, please,
Okay.
with the approach button. On the FCU, approach, yeah. That's it. Okay, Alt GS lock blue cat 1.
Check.
Flaps 1, please.
Speed check. Flaps 1.
Okay, you can remove status, no change.
Clear.
Checks. Alright, looks good. Okay, let's deploy the speed brake, help us slow down a little bit more. Still don't see the airport, but yeah, that weather's coming in, isn't it? Right from there. But it's okay, it's alright.
Some CVs on top.
So yeah, in fact we were warned about that, some towering CBs from 1600 feet above, so oh well, it's okay. Flaps 2, please.
Speed checks. Flaps 2.
Alright, I'm gonna delay landing gear down for the absolute last minute, because then it's gonna go into direct law. So if you could alright, if you can bug the speed at 160 for me, please. So just pull the speed knob. The speed knob. That's the heading. The speed knob. Oh yeah. Thank you. There we go. 160 set. Okay, I got it. 160. So now I'm just gonna adjust the thrust to maintain 160. While we try and capture this localizer and glide slope, bring us in. Looks like the weather's moving in over the airport as
Yeah.
well. That's
And the
okay.
runways
You got, alright, checked.
below the clouds.
Yeah. So at about 1,500 feet, we're gonna go for landing gear down, and then we'll go for flaps 3 and then flaps 4. Okay?
Okay.
We'll take it easy on this one.
Yeah.
But as you can see, like, my hands are off the controls, guys. The aircraft is still stable. It's still maintaining what it has to do. So as long as you fly the aircraft. Okay, GS star, lock star. So it doesn't take too much. In fact, Nafraz, you can give me flaps 3 now.
Speed check.
That'll help keep our speeds in check as well. And our landing speed today is 149. All right. In fact, we're config 3, so config 3 is also selected here on the MCDU. So we're pretty much on our landing configuration right now as well.
Yeah.
All right. Glide slope is captured. Just waiting on the localizer. I see the runway straight ahead. So it's a slight turn we'll make. All right. All right. So yeah, and approach speed will be 149, but we can just round it out to 150. Yeah. So since I'm already almost at that speed, you can bug 150 for me, please.
150 on the speed.
Yes, please. Check. All right, 150 set. Good thing it's a long runway. How long is this runway? 3,350 meters, about 10,900 feet. So yeah, plenty of runway for this. We're okay. All right, here comes the airport again. All right. And as you can see, only I have screens. I have information on my screens because we did on the attitude display Captain's 3. But Nafraz has got no information on his screens whatsoever. So yeah. But we did lose the autopilot. We also lost the auto thrust. You see, it does not work. None of these work because they're tied in with the IRs. All right. All that's left would be landing gear down and then the landing checklist. All right, right, we're coming in.
2,000.
There's 2000 checked.
Landing checklist.
Not yet. Yeah, there we go. 1,500. Okay, so give me landing gear down now, please.
Gear down.
Okay, here we go. It's gonna really degrade now, and we're gonna get a warning saying we're in direct law. There we go. Read it out to me, please.
Flight control, direct low. Protection lost. Main pitch trim used.
Yep, manual pitch trim use.
Manual.
Okay, fine, perfect. Okay, I mean not perfect, but okay. That's it, which means now I have to trim the aircraft like I would a Cessna or a Piper using a trim wheel. Alright, I need to add some power, maintain my speed, and Nafraz, you may give me the landing checklist. We clear that message,
Sure.
and give me the landing checklist, please. Clear status as well. Remove status. Yep. Alright, landing checklist, please. Whenever
Landing
you're ready.
checklist, TCAM memo.
Landing no blue.
Check. Landing checklist complete.
Beautiful. All right, cool. So right now we are in direct law, and it's directly like whatever you pull is exactly what you get from the side stick. So there's no computer in the middle, you know, trying to edit those inputs and make sure they're safe and whatever. So I'm just I've given the nose a slight nose up trim. I can just
1,000.
bring the trim wheel forward a little bit just to help me out. And okay, there's our runway. We should get localizer in soon as well. There we go. Line her up nicely. Just let me know if I'm losing airspeed, okay, enough for us?
Sure.
Okay.
500. 400.
Land. Here we go. A little twitchy.
300.
This may not be the smoothest
100
landing
above.
I have ever done.
200.
Checked.
Minimum
Continue. Alright, nice and steady.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 5.
There we go. So spoilers reverses green diesel, yep.
Please have.
Checked. Thanks. Call 70 knots, please.
knots.
Idle reverse.
60 knots.
Okay, auto brakes off. Thank you. And we'll bring the aircraft to a stop on the runway. And that, ladies and gents, is how you handle an IR failure. You will lose the autopilot, you will lose the auto thrust, but you're still going to have your screens, and the aircraft will be in alternate law, which means pitch protection is still there and auto trim is still there, but you don't have bank protection, which means if you overbank the aircraft, you could risk flipping it over. Parking brakes coming on. And then once you go landing gear down, the aircraft reverts down. Actually, it degrades even further down to direct law, which means you have to manually trim the aircraft every time you change pitch and power with the trim wheel, and the side stick has a direct input relation with the control surfaces. So yeah, that's basically how you handle that, guys. So now we're going to go back up in the air. We'll fix the aeroplane, go back up in the air, and we'll do the final one, which is going to be hydraulics. This is going to be a fun one. All right, see you guys back up in the air. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back up in the air. We're back again trying to go to the Maldives for the third time. But yeah, anyways, we managed to take care of the IR 1+2 problem, and we landed safely in direct law, which was perfectly fine. Now we're going to see what happens when we lose the hydraulic system. Now this is going to be more of a major failure, because the hydraulic system is what really controls the aircraft. All the control surfaces, like if I bring up the hydraulics now, you can see we've got green, blue and yellow, we always make sure those reservoirs are topped up and the pressure is good, and they're controlling all of our control surfaces, you know, what's moving the elevators and the spoilers and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, Nafraz is pilot flying for this one right now, autopilot's on. So yeah, what we're going to do is we are now going to just try to demonstrate one of these failures. All right, so Nafraz, let's set standard, please. You have control. All right, you have control, and yeah, so stand by with me. But my goal with this video actually is not to show you more or less what to do when the thing happens, but rather how good the aircraft handles even with a system. But anyway, let's see if we can reach the Maldives. Just when you think you're going to reach the Maldives. Okay, master caution, master warning, master caution. Okay, so we still have auto thrust, we still have flight directors. All right, just keep stable, but let's just level out. Let's just level off for now. Okay, I'm pushing to level off for you. Actually, autopilot's off, so I'll push level off. So just follow the flight directors, Nafraz. Sure. And yeah, so we still have the flight directors, we still got the speed, and you have control?
I have control.
All right, okay, you have control, I've got communication, and I'm going to do the ECAM actions now. All right. So auto flight, autopilot off, hydraulic green plus yellow system low pressure. So if you look at and it automatically brought up the hydraulic screen. As you can see, the reservoirs, we've lost the hydraulic liquid. There's no liquid in the hydraulic reservoirs. So that's why those hydraulic pumps have basically failed, so to speak, you know, due to low pressure, or they're shut off due to low pressure. All right. PTU off. So come up here on the hydraulic panel, hydraulics, PTU off. All right, then we come over here, green engine 1 pump off. All right, come up here again, hydraulics, green engine 1 pump off. All right, and then yellow engine 2 pump off. All right, so come again up on the hydraulics, my neck, yellow off. All right, come back down again, and now it says maneuver with care. Okay, I'm going to clear that as well. All right, maneuver with care, flight controls, alternate law, protection lost, maximum speed 320. All right, we're well below 320, so we're safe for now. All right, and it says land ASAP in red, which means land as soon as possible. Wheels on the wheel page, so if I clear this, now it's going to be secondary items, land ASAP in red. On the wheels, as you can see, we've lost the nose wheel steering, we've lost the anti-skid, we've lost normal braking, which is operated by the green system, and the alternate braking from the yellow system as well. So we only have what is in the accumulator. That's all we have left. All right, so no pressure. All right, and we don't have the auto brakes because they're all hydraulically operated by the green and yellow system. Okay, now I'm going to clear that. Flight controls, we have lost spoilers 1, 2, 4 and 5, so we only have number 3 that's going to pop out when we land. So our braking speed, our braking is impaired. All right, we've lost the green system, and we've lost the we've lost the green system for the ailerons and the green system for the elevators, as well as the rudder. Fortunately, the blue electrical system has kicked in and is providing pressure, but it's obviously not going to be enough for everything. So yeah, that's basically what we're going through. So I'll clear the flight controls.
Yep.
All right, now status. Woohoo! It's a long one. In the meantime, let's turn around, take us back to 040, back towards the airport, and let me try the auto. No autopilot. Sorry, it's all on auto Nafraz now. All right, 2000 and set. Okay, your controls.
My control.
All right, cool. I'll continue with the status. All right, the speed, maximum speed 320. O mark decimal 77. Very good there. Maximum brake pressure should be 1000 psi. So when we land, when you apply the brakes, you should make sure that this needle doesn't exceed 1000. All right, So don't push them all the way in, just squeeze them gently until it's just in 1000 psi maximum, because we have to conserve because the energy we have in this.
Right.
All right, next thing is for landing, use flaps 3, which I'm going to do right there.
Okay.
All right, and GPW's flat mode off, I've done that as well. And when configuration 3 and VAPP, landing gear gravity extension. So we can't lower the landing gear via the landing gear lever. We're going to have to use the gravity gear extension, this guy over here, okay, which I will do for you later. Approach speed, VREF plus 25. We're going to be fast today, okay? Landing distance, procedures apply. And alternate law, protection loss, direct, when landing gear down, we'll go to direct law. Brake yellow, accumulator pressure only. So this is all the brakes we have left. We have to make sure we conserve it when we are doing our braking, all right? Slats will be slow to deploy, all right? The inoperative systems are the green plus yellow hydraulics, flight control protection, stabilizer, reverser 1, oh, we don't have reversers either. Spoilers 1, 2, 4 and 5, flaps, yaw damper, autopilot 1 plus 2, cat 2, anti-skid, nose wheel steering, normal brakes, auto brakes, landing gear retract, cargo door, the green engine 1 pump and the yellow engine 2 pump, they're all gone. So basically we've lost everything except the 2 wings and 2 engines on our on our aircraft. Remove status.
Okay.
All right, so now I'm going to program in a flight plan to bring us back in. So let me go secondary flight plan, and I'm going to activate it, and then I'm going to sequence us to the final approach fix as well. And now we're just going to go 30 degrees to the left. I'm going to bring the thing on, set the QNH for you as well, 1009, 1009 on both sides. And just doing the hat now, we've got that set there. VCBI 22, very nice. Performance Cat 3 landing, all right, all parameters are in there as well. Fuel prediction is looking good, and secondary flight plan copy active. And that's done, Mr. Nafraz. All is well. There is going to be no auto brakes because we don't have them, and there will be no reverses. Okay, so and we just crossed below 10,000, so I'm going to do my 10,000 checks. All good. All right. So now it's just getting down and coming in for landing. All right. So given the situation, I'll be doing the landing today, okay?
Yeah.
So once we come over close to the airport, I will take over from you and we'll land the aircraft. All right? Cool. All right, get back to you guys very soon when we're just about to start and join the final approach. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am assuming control of the aircraft. Nafraz, my controls.
You have control.
Okay, thank you so much. We still have auto thrust, that's a blessing. All right, if I could get the approach checklist and give me right on the heading. Before that, give me right heading 160, please.
Set.
Checked. Thank you. And approach checklist, please.
Approach checklist. Barrel reference.
Barrel reference is 1009, reading 2000 feet.
1009 checked. Seat belts.
They are on.
Minimum.
Minimum is 240.
Auto brakes.
Auto brakes are non-existent because of the hydraulic failure.
Check. Engine mode selected.
Normal.
Check. Approach check.
Yes, normal. Okay. All right. So now what we've done, ladies and gentlemen, is and you can arm localize a glide slope, please. All right, glide slope GS Blue. So guys, what we've done now is we actually requested for a nice long final approach, a nice long straight in, so that we have the time to get the aircraft nicely set up and configure, because the flaps are going to move really slowly. So that's why we requested and opted for a nice straight in approach. I've got lock star, so from this point on we're about 22.4 miles away from the airport. I'm lining up with the runway now. And Nafraz, as briefed, when I request for landing gear down, you're going to pull the lever down, but it's not going to go down. Then you're going to have to get the landing gear lever up and then turn clockwise 3 times, okay? So that's the procedure we're going to have to follow to get the landing gear down, and then we're going to watch for 3 green. At the same time, the pressure, all right, when we land, as I'm applying brakes, let me know if I'm applying lock, by the way. Let me know if I'm exceeding 1000 psi. All right, just say brake pressure,
Okay.
and then I'll ease off on it. Okay, just to make sure we don't lose. What I'm gonna try to do is our speed. So if we bring up the status page again, it must have said something about speed. So VREF plus 25. So you see, there's 144 here. Okay, let's add 25 to that and then put it in. So 144 plus 25 would be 169, I think.
24 plus 25. The 169.
Whoever said pilots are good in maths. 169. Let's put 169 in there, please.
169.
Thank you. All right, so that's going to be our landing speed, 169 knots in Sri Lanka. Yay. Okay, cool. All right, and we're good to go on that. So lined up now with the localizer, nice straight in. Fortunately, we still have the fly-by-wire system helping me with the auto trim, but I've lost the bank protection. But the minute Nafraz does landing gear down, I'm gonna lose all the fly-by-wire system, and I'm gonna go from alternate law into direct law, and I'm gonna have to manually trim the aircraft using the pitch wheels and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, not the most comfortable of situations to be in, but nonetheless, that's what you gotta do when you are a pilot and you're in this kind of situation. So guys, by the way, just wanted to make a little announcement. We have launched memberships on our channel as well. So if you're looking at this video, you'll see a little join button over there, and we kind of set it for $10 a month. So this is nothing mandatory. You're not required to do it, but it would really help us a lot to maintain our simulator, to keep the costs of everything we do. If you want it to be a membership, and it does come with a few perks that you can check out in the membership area. So if you want to be a member and you want to support the channel, you know what, you can go ahead and click that join button, and it'll be great if you could do that. And also, for those of you who are not subscribed, if you like our content, if you like what we're doing, first please smash that like button, and then subscribe, and hopefully you'll enjoy all the videos that we bring out. And for those of you who are subscribed and have been part of our channel for so long, thank you so much. I have one of them sitting with me right now. You could be like Nafraz. Be like Nafraz. Subscribe. All right, guys. Now it's time for me to focus on what I'm supposed to be doing. All right. Give me flaps 1, Nafraz.
Speed check. Flaps 1.
There we go. And it looks like, all right, the flaps are not gonna move. Okay, because there's no hydraulics. It's not enough to move the actual flaps. It's only gonna move the slats. Okay. Remove status, please. Every time we change configuration, the status page is going to come back up again, so you'll just have to remove it. No change. You just check if there's any changes, and then you just remove it. Runway's in sight, so that's good. Fortunately, it's quiet on the traffic today, and we actually have live traffic going on, so yeah. Glide slopes alive. Give me flaps 2, please.
Speed check. Flaps 2.
Alright, so that's going to give us slats 2. Glide slope star. Go around altitude in Colombo is 2000, so it's already set. Perfect. Very nicely done. Glide slope star. Alright, and give me flaps 3.
Speed check. Flaps 3.
Alright, now please go selected speed 169.
It's 9 set.
Checked. Alright. Okay, we're committing to the landing. There's the runway. Cat 3. Okay, landing Cat 3 all set. Okay, now for us, gear down, please. One, 2, There you go.
Gear up.
Gears coming out. Alright, we're looking for 3 green lights. And we should get a warning message soon telling me that we're in direct law. Clear.
Flight control, gear clock.
Check. Clear that. Clear it. Remove status as well.
1,000.
Checked. Alright, so I'm slightly low on that. Alright, speed is good. Gears down, 3 green. You may arm the spoilers and give me the landing checklist, please.
Landing checklist, ECAN memo.
Is landing no blue?
Check.
Checklist complete. So, one thing also you keep in mind, the doors are open.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, so now all we have to do is land the aeroplane. Give myself a little bit of nose up trim just to help me out.
500.
Too low terrain.
Alright, switch off the terrain GPS.
Too
please.
low terrain.
Thank you. Land.
300.
Alright, go
100 above.
okay, slightly low, correcting.
$200.
Checked.
Minimum.
Okay, I'm bringing the power back to idle now.
Think rate.
Just to
Pull up.
disregard.
40. 30.
We're fast.
20. Retard. 5.
Alright. I'm literally pulling the side stick up, trying to keep the nose up just to help us bleed off that extra speed. Alrighty. I'm not exceeding 1000 psi, am I?
No, not at all.
Good.
17,
Check.
16.
There comes the end of the runway. Alright. Okay, on the brakes. Hopefully we still have accumulator pressure. How's the accumulator pressure doing? Good?
Very
Full?
good.
Okay. Oh, alright.
Good job, Captain. Nice
Ah,
one.
thank you. But I'm holding down on the brakes, nothing's happening. I think the accumulator pressure is not quite working, so I'm literally squeezing the brakes, nothing's happening. Alright, we've lost all the pressure in the brakes, in the accumulator. So let's get the parking brake on, see if that's gonna help. It's not gonna help because it's not good. So yeah, we don't have steering as well. We only have nose wheel steering. But the aircraft is rolling very slowly, so yeah, should be okay. We should come to a stop eventually.
Or we'll taxi to the grass.
Or we could taxi into the grass as well. But what we could do is, yeah, we can use friction to help stop the aircraft. In fact, what we're gonna do is shut down engine number 1, please. There we go. And yeah, shut down number 2 as well.
The 2 as well.
Yeah. Because the engines have idle thrust, so that will still keep us moving. And look, now we've stopped.
Exactly.
So now we can get the ground crew to come and give us chocks. And you can even start the APU actually. That should help us out with the electricity. Yeah, start about 3 seconds. Excellent. All right, we made it. The aircraft has come to a stop just at the very end of the runway. No overruns. Very good. So this is not going to be in the news tomorrow morning. And Nafraz, amazing job. Thank you so much for flying with us today. And yeah, guys, so that's what happens when you lose the hydraulics. You lose a lot, and it is a bit of a handful. But you know what? If you know what to do, if you know the procedures, you can definitely get the aircraft back on the ground safely. The Airbus is still an amazing aircraft to fly. She'll still bring you home if you know what to do. So guys, those are the 3 failures, from FCU 1+2 failure to the IR 1+2 failure and the hydraulic system failure, green and yellow. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you found it educational, useful, whatever. Thank you so much for watching. Nafraz,
Thank you.
Always a pleasure to fly with
Always a
you.
pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Fly.
And guys, also given a special shout out to Ruhi and wishing her all the best as she's going to become a A320 first officer very soon. So Ruhi, special shout out to you as well. And also Arti, thank you for requesting and giving me the idea for this video. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Check out our membership section if you'd like to support the channel. You know, if you like. If you don't want to, or if you're not able to, it's nothing. Don't even worry about it. It's just something we put in there. All right. And yeah, but please like the video, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. From Nafraz and me over here in Dubai, virtually in Sri Lanka. God bless you all. See you next time. Bye bye. Hi. Do you live in Dubai, or are you in the United Arab Emirates? Are you an aviation enthusiast? Do you play flight simulator on your computer at home? Would you like to have the ultimate experience of flying an Airbus A320 in a real cockpit environment? Or are you a real-world pilot and you're looking to practice for an upcoming airline assessment? Or do you just want to master the Airbus aircraft? Are you a pilot looking to level up your knowledge and experience in instruments and navigation? Or maybe you're thinking of becoming a pilot in the future, but you're not yet sure if this is the path for you. Well, whatever your requirements may be, we're here for you. Book a session in our Airbus A320 flight simulator and come experience flying with a real-world pilot by your side as your instructor, guiding you along every step of the way. All ages are invited. Just scan the QR code or contact us via the details below for more information. See you guys in the cockpit soon.